What's up, guys? I am up late tonight. Oh, let me turn that down. How's everyone doing? Get my chair just a little bit closer. I am up late tonight, guys. I slept most of the day because we have a dog next door that just doesn't want to stop barking at night. So that's why I'm up. Make sure if you're coming in, you hit the thumbs up. Now, if you guys saw that I have a live scheduled for Friday for 11 p.m. my time, we might do 2 lives that day. We might do a live once we get to the venue, and then I'll go live after the show's over, and I may go live before the show starts. So there may be 2 lives Friday instead of just 1. And I have not played this game in a couple of weeks. So I might be a little rusty. Y'all know I was in and out of the hospital a couple weeks ago, so I haven't really messed with my game systems too much. Make sure if you come in, you hit that thumbs up. May have 2 lives Friday from River Spirit Casino in Tulsa. One is for sure at 11 p.m. my time. And we may go live before the show starts, depending on what time we get into Tulsa. Tulsa is about a 2-hour drive from where I live. So I have to wait for Nenny to get off work. I gotta pick up my tickets after 5. Okay, I didn't do too bad. 2nd place finish. Takes me into the A main. I haven't played this game in a couple of weeks because I was in the hospital. So, let's try to get some thumbs up. I'm just up late, jibber jabbering with you guys. And if you guys are in here, you're up late too, unless you're on the West Coast. It's only about 11 p.m. over there. I slept most of the day because we have a dog next door that barked most of the night last night. So I didn't get to sleep till extremely late. About 4 or 5 o'clock this morning. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Oh my god, and my power steering went out. Are you kidding me? So I get for not going in there and adjusting shit. Y'all ain't gonna see me do good on this one. My power steering went out on this car. I cannot believe this crap. Are you kidding me? I just gotta finish the race. It is what it is. I'm hitting the wall, guys. The power steering went out on the car. I haven't played the game in a couple weeks, so I haven't been able to tweak up my cars or anything, so you're running into issues when you can't maintenance your cars. So I got a second place finish on the heat race, but yeah, I know. 3 to go, 3 to go, 3 to go. I just figured I'd come on live for just a moment. Hello, Dak. I promise you, man, I do not suck at this game. My power steering went out on the car. I haven't got to play it in a couple weeks because I was in the hospital and stuff a couple weeks ago, and welcome in. I hope you're subscribed. I'm also a slot channel. I just hadn't been here lately. Yeah. How are you, man? Hope you're doing well. But anyway, I normally like kill this game, but I haven't got to go in and tweak any of my stuff because I haven't been on it. So, in case you guys are wondering, this is a PS2. This is Dirt to Daytona, old school game. I have Xboxes and PS4s and all that junk, but this is one of my favorite games of all time. Now let's just continue it. And what I'm on here is, this is Dirt to Daytona. You have to work your way up to the NASCAR series. It's probably one of the greatest racing games they ever made because you got to work your way up from the dirt circuits to Featherlight, and then from Featherlight to truck, and then from truck to NASCAR. Now I do have this car pretty souped up. I didn't go in the garage and mess with anything, but as souped up as I've got this car, I don't really need to. Looks like I might need to mess the suspension just a little bit on the next race. And then once football season gets here, guys, you guys know I'll be calling some football games and things like that. Gotta kind of be careful on this car, guys, because you're open wheel. So shit like that can happen. And it can mess up your front end and all that. I'm going to take you on this corner. There we go. Hope everyone's having a great night tonight. It's late. I'm only up because I slept most of the day. We'll probably have 2 lives from the casino Friday. One for sure. I haven't scheduled the second one yet because I don't know if we're going to go live before we see the concert. Just depends on what time we get there. I pick up my tickets at 5 p.m. Doors open at 7, show starts at 8, so if we do go live, we'll have to run downstairs and put the tripod in the car and all that crap. I don't know my seat numbers or anything yet. I won't know those till I pick up my tickets Friday. And I've got tickets for next weekend's concert, but we're not going to go. If you guys know who Scotty McCreery is, he's performing next week, but we're not going to go to it. I've got tickets for it as well. I don't know if all these are lap cars or what. They are lap cars. You piece of shit. Causing me to go to 4th place messing with that stupid thing. Give me a second, I'll read your message. Yeah, double tap that screen. Hit the top 3 dots in the right corner. Double tap your screen. I normally play slots a lot of the times, but as the title reads, this is Pop Pops Gaming, so I do all kinds of stuff, man. I don't just stream slots. I do lifelong life events, streams from home. I've done a 12-hour live in a casino back in May. If you guys want to rewatch that, May 15th. I went 12, well, I went over 12 hours, but YouTube only archives 11 hours and 55 minutes of it, so. So double tap the screen for the thumbs up. Man, I hope this, I can't buy any. I have the strongest engine there is. I don't know what happened on that deal. I need a first place finish here, guys. What I usually do is just go to the heat races. And then try to get at least 5th place in the heat race. And then it guarantees me to go to the what's called the A main. It's one of my favorite tracks, so I better not screw this up. I should get a 2nd or 3rd place here. I don't think I got enough to take first, but I might. I'll take first. Just don't screw up on the last lap. There you go. There we go. Got a first place, so it guarantees me the A main. And A main's where the money's at. Let's just not blow the damn power steering this time. One of my favorite racetracks. Don't screw it up. Pop, pop. Oh, got a couple of cars already down. Gotta watch out for that. They'll try to back into you, knock you out of the race. Hey, what you doing, OS? I enjoyed your live last night, buddy. I am going to go live Friday for sure one night or one time that night. We might go live 2 times from the casino, depending on what time we get to Tulsa. We got tickets to see a concert. I can't pick my tickets up till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so we might go live after I pick my tickets up. And then after the concert, we're going to go live at 11 p.m. my time, which would be 10 p.m. your time. You're in Colorado, so you're an hour behind me. You missed my first race a while ago. I went into the A main on this damn dirt track and it blew my power steering. So I ended up finishing last. There ain't much else I can do to this car. I got this car, the biggest motor it can get and everything. It's been a couple weeks since I played this game, with me being in the hospital and everything. Oh, I'm in first place so far. Got 4 laps to go. Hopefully nothing goes wrong with the car this time. Like I said, I mean I can't buy any extra parts. I got the biggest motor, tranny, all that crap. I love this game. It's the PS2, but it's the Dirt to Daytona. But what I love about it is you got to work your way up in the circuits, man. You don't just start in NASCAR. You got to go dirt track, and if you do good enough in dirt track, then you go to Featherlight, and then you work up to Truck Series, and then NASCAR. It's my favorite game of all time. I have the Xbox Ones and the PS4s and all that crap, but I just saved up the money and just bought this shit on Amazon a couple months ago, and my wife's like, how many games you gonna buy? I said, just one. She's like, oh, let me guess, Dirt to Daytona? I said, you exactly right. This is the game I played when me and my wife first got together back in 2003. Me and my buddy used to sit up till 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning playing this stupid game. Heck yeah, first place. But Friday, we're going to do a live for sure at 11 p.m. We might go live before the show starts. I haven't set that live up yet. Before the show starts. Just depends on what time we get to. Just depends on what time we get to Tulsa. It's about a 2-hour drive from us. And then we're going to go check into the hotel. Go pick up my tickets. Or we might pick up the tickets first and then go to the hotel. I don't know. It depends on what time the wife gets off. She gets off at 2 usually. And then she'll want to come home, take a shower and all that before we head out. So, I got free tickets for next week's concert too, but we're not going to do 2 weeks in a row in Tulsa. That concert's on a Thursday and she's got to work, so. I'm only up this late. I watched your live last night and I stayed up as long as I could. I'm only up this late because we got a stupid dog next door that does not shut up. And it was raining here, so it makes it even freaking worse. I think I need to be top 3 before the end of the season, but it's early. Oh, well, it's not even actually his dog, it's his daughter's dog. And she just recently moved back down this way, so it's only staying over there until she gets her house. Because she's living out at the hotel out here outside of town until their house is ready. And he's a pretty good sized black German Shepherd. So I don't think the hotel would really appreciate her having that dog. Oh, no, I accidentally overrode it. Oh yeah, I'm glad it's temporary. He ain't so bad tonight. It's not raining though, so he's usually pretty quiet at night. Oh, see, my birthday's May 15th. It even tells me happy birthday. That's all I like about this game when you set it up. I think I'm going to run one of these so that I can get some more money to buy a little more of an engine. And I've already filled my quota for this season. I got to get I had to get like 4 top 5 finishes. I've got like quite a few. Last night it was weird seeing you drink the beer you was drinking, bud. I'm so used to seeing you with a Stella's in your hand, it was odd seeing you with a different brand. Yeah, I need to get me some traction. Oh yeah. My next race, I'm definitely going to buy traction. And then don't miss my live July 31st. I'm going to be at Durant. And I'm going to be kind of hazing and imitating the other channels. Doing some of their little slogans. Little sayings that they say during their deal. See, I can't do Budweiser itself. Back when I drank, I could drink Bud Light, but I couldn't drink Budweiser. Budweiser would give me a headache. I'm back before Pop went down with health issues. I used to work in the oil field. I used to make really good money, and everyone was always teasing me and hazing me because I didn't drink the best beer. I didn't drink the best whiskey. Well, I did drink the best whiskey. I was a Southern Comfort guy. Yeah, I'm gonna haze. No channel's safe, not even UOS. No channel, no mods are safe. I'm gonna make it fun. My kids and wife keep telling me I'm too damn serious when I'm playing slots. And I'm a jokester type of guy. I like to pull pranks and jokes and goof off and I'm not serious about a freaking thing. And they're like, you need to start acting a little more like yourself. So I thought about this little deal, and I thought, I'm going to make fun of some channels. And it's not out of disrespect or anything. It's just out of good fun. To make people think, oh my God, I do that during my live? Is that how I sound? And I'm not going to be able to do like voice impressions like Avalon can or anything, but it'll be a fun live. But anyway, back to my story, back when I drank. My favorite beer is Busch Light. That was my all-time favorite beer. I made really, really good money. There was no reason for me not to drink better beer. But there wasn't no reason for me to drink off-brand beer or anything. I mean, I made really, really good money. But I just for some reason loved the taste of Busch Light, and it became one of my favorite beers. I just liked it. I need to know when I need to get let off the gas here. There we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm letting off the gas a little too low. Nailed somebody in the corner. Nailed somebody else. I'm not doing that shit on purpose. But when it came to my whiskey, it had to be good whiskey. I got a kid that kid has got to be tough, because I do not know how he stomachs Kentucky Deluxe, but it's his favorite whiskey. And I do not know how he drinks it. Wasn't no way I was able to drink it, even when I was a kid. That's where I had to draw the line. That's almost like drinking Mad Dog 2020 or freaking Boone's Farm wine. You got to draw a line somewhere. And I never was really I liked Jack Daniels, but Jack Daniels it made me a little on the mean side, so I didn't really drink it all that much. I was kind of a prick when I drank Jack, so. And I like the taste of Southern Comfort, so. It's like everyone always kind of, haze me and tease me a little bit. I work for the oil field. I make good money. Everyone's like, well, when you making all that good money, how come you're not wearing, like, designer clothes and, like, name brand shoes, and all that crap? I'm like, I was the type of guy, my wife, because I worked in the oil field, I would have my wife literally get my clothes from, like, garage sales and shit. When we went out on weekends, I'd wear nice shit, but for work and stuff, I would have clothes that cost me a quarter at a garage sale, Oh shit, I didn't realize, I thought that was the last lap. Oh yeah, he's definitely a trooper for sure. I had a few shots of that crap when I was younger, man. Whew. Now, when I was a teenager, did I drink Mad Dog 2020 and crap like that? Absolutely. What kid didn't, when you're growing up? Try anything once. But I gave up my drinking in 2017, man. When you were drinking a 30-pack of beer and almost a fifth of whiskey every night a week, 7 days a week, and you start realizing that we're covering up a different disease and self-medicating, it's time to break away from that crap. Okay, let me go to my garage. I got quite a bit of money. Go to my parts catalog. Let's see. Parts catalog, here we go. I need the Featherlight car. Oh, the first 3 months suck, dude. First 3 months, when you're an alcoholic, it sucked bad. But you know, I had a good support system at the house, and I didn't have to worry about a relapse, because no one else in the house drank but me. Even my wife. I mean, once in a great while, she would have a shot of tequila or have a glass of wine, and that was 2 liquors in my home that was safe, was wine and tequila. I didn't like the taste of either one, so there was never a fear of her ever catching me taking a sip of that crap. That'll raise my... Oh, that's the one I have installed. I don't want to raise my... It's going to raise my weight. I don't really want to raise my weight. Hang on, let's see what the exhaust will help bring my horsepower up. I gotta raise my weight a little bit. Well, gotta raise my horsepower. See what my suspension needs. That'll drop my weight. That raises it. Oh, that raises my weight too. Okay, I see. I don't think I have enough to get a new... Yeah, I was gonna say I knew the new engine was 65. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. There's still times that my kids drive me batty enough that I find myself in front of a store and think, just one, and then I'm like, nah, I know what happens if I have just one. I'm the kind of guy that if I have one, I'm gonna have 13, so you know what, we're just gonna go ahead and gonna bring my drag down and all that shit. Rex, go lay down. Now. Thank you. Good boy. Yeah, your OS, your stream froze up on me last night. I don't know what happened. It froze up. I don't know if you continued or not, or if you redid another one or what. I'm damn sure I'm gonna save it now. I'm only on tonight because I didn't see anyone else really live, other than people just kind of chatting. I'll erase this one. Yeah, I finished third place or better. Oh yeah, my wife when we were in Mississippi, she's like, instead of buying that 0% beer, drinks are free at the bar. Just grab you one. She's like, I think you have enough self control nowadays that you might be able to just have one beer or one drink and be able to control it. I said, man, I said, I am a week away. At that time, I was like a week away from being 7 years. I'm like, I am not chancing it. I probably could have. Could have had like a Long Island iced tea or a beer and been okay, but I wasn't willing to risk it. Especially now that I found out in April I have these damn liver problems. Oh, don't you fucking dare try. Woo! But, let me flip the camera over to me right quick. I have made it clear to my wife and kids that if I'm ever go to the liver doctor and they give me some news where I have like 8 or 9 months, 6 months, something to live, I want to go back to my old ways. I'm going to drop all my meds. I'm going to stop doing all the shit I'm doing. And basically, because you're basically then given a death sentence, My wife said that my wife and kids are all on board with it. They're like, we want to see you happy, And we know what you like when we were younger. And I wasn't ever a mean drunk or anything. I was a very lovable drunk. I was a very giving drunk. My kids would bamboozle money out of me like there ain't no tomorrow when I was drinking. But if it ever comes down to where we go to down the path where I'm given just a few months to live, I'm not gonna do nothing stupid like go out and rob a bank or anything like that. But I'm gonna go back to my drinking and doing what I liked. I mean, I'll drop all my medications. I'm on meds at night. Um, I'm on meds that should knock a fucking horse out. Oh, the battery died. Yeah, right now my liver's like stationary. It's stationary to 6, which is good for me, considering the fact I'm in stage 4 cirrhosis on the liver. With my autoimmune diseases I got, um, my autoimmune disease when I quit drinking didn't allow my liver, because I have what's called ankylosing spondylitis, so it compresses your whole body and it affects your autoimmune system. So it didn't allow my liver to heal like it would a normal alcoholic that quits drinking to make sure he or she stays alive longer. My body denied me of that. Because we did not catch this autoimmune disease until I was in my 40s. So, therefore, it made it to where it didn't allow my liver to heal. So, your liver's about 8 inches long. I have about, at stage 4, I have about that much that's working, which she basically pointed out to. It's about a half inch of my liver that's still functioning, and as long as I stay at a 6, which I've stayed at a 6 the last 2 times I've went in, as long as I stay at a 6, she's not going to have any concerns. But if I ever jump to a 15 or higher, then we have a problem. And because I have that autoimmune disease, I'm not eligible for a transplant because of the autoimmune disease. It'll automatically deny the liver. So she said that we can continue to try to get livers. And I told my wife I didn't want to go that path. That if it ever got to where I need a transplant, I'm going to deny the transplant. And my wife and kids are all okay with that. Because I don't want to take a liver in and then it not work, and then have to go in 2 months and have something else done. So the liver specialist didn't tell me this. My primary did. He made it perfectly clear that my liver will not, my autoimmune disease will not accept a new liver. So, just what it is, man. I did it to myself. I was a really bad alcoholic. I can't blame nobody but myself. And it's a good thing I caught it when I could, so that I was able to see my kids all graduate high school, and I'm able to be a grandfather. So, to me, that's what's important. And that's what I wanted to be alive for, and that's why I got the help I got. So. Oh yeah, I'm doing everything the right way. she may not be happy with one of the medications I'm on. But it is what it is. Like my primary said, this is now a game of trying to preserve my quality of life on this earth to extend me out another 5 to 10 years. Because of my liver disease, I can't be on like any kind of ibuprofen or naproxen or anything like that, Advil, none of that bullshit, because they don't want me to shit. They don't want me to start having kidney issues, is why I can't have any of those. I tried to take that damn car out and screwed myself. It's alright, I'll catch them. And here I was thinking that Tylenol would be the thing that kills people because it fucks up your liver. And she tells me that Tylenol is safe to take as long as I take it at a safe rate. That actually ibuprofen and naproxen and Advil is more dangerous for you than fucking Tylenol is. I need to catch this big old pack right here is what I need to do. Five laps to go. Oh, yeah. Oh, I do that once in a while, OS. But I'm on Valium and hydrocodones. I mean, they're actually prescribed to me. My insurance won't cover my hydrocodones because they cover my Valium. They tell me I gotta pick or choose. So, my monthly prescription of hydrocodones are like $35 a month. And I hurt so bad and shit all the fucking time. I mean, my primary told me, he's like, you shouldn't have to pick or choose. Because they were prescribing me an opioid called Belbuca. And he said, why did they prescribe you Belbuca, but they're denying paying for your hydrocodone? He said, that don't make sense. They're both opioids. And I've tried to plead my case with them about it and all that bullshit, and I just gave up on it, and we just pay the $30 fucking a month for the hydros, you know. And I don't abuse the shit, you know. I'm not one of these kind of guys that if I'm told I'm only supposed to take one a day, I only take one a day. If I'm supposed to take two a day, I'll take two a day, you know. But the way it works with my meds is I'm on a Valium in the morning, and then I usually eat lunch, and then during the daytime I take a hydrocodone. And at night, if I take 2 Valium, I can't have hydrocodone. But if I only take 1 Valium, I can have my hydrocodone an hour later. So a lot of times I only take hydrocodone once a day. Like tonight, I didn't even take my hydrocodone. I just took my Valium instead. I took 10 milligrams of Valium instead of hydrocodone, you know. So I don't have to have it. Depends on how bad I'm hurting. Let me show you guys something right quick. If you guys can see it. See that? See that fucking bruise? When I was in the hospital, they had to try to get an IV on me like 6 freaking times. They tried to get an IV on me like 6 freaking times. I am not one of those guys that you have to get an IV on me 6 times. Oh yeah, man. I was, even my stomach is still bruised. I'm not gonna show you my stomach, but they had to give me blood thinners and shit while I was in there because I wasn't able to get up out of bed and move and all that crap. So they had to give me blood thinners, and those injections were in my stomach. It's all blue and purple still too. But anyway, they tried to IV me when they first took me in the EMS. He couldn't get an IV in me there. And normally when I go in to get my blood drawn, do IVs, if something's wrong with me, I'm the kind of guy that, look at my veins, guys. My veins, back when I was a truck driver, I mean, I was 175 pounds, and my veins just absolutely just pop. I mean, I'm the type of guy that when I go to the doctor, they don't even have to put a tourniquet on me to draw blood. I just aim my arm to the ground and pump my fist a few times, and they're able to draw blood with no problem. They're able to get an IV with no problem. But I was so dehydrated over whatever the fuck was going on with me. I did a urine test for them, and my urine was so dark brown, it almost looked like tea. I was that dehydrated, and we don't know what caused it. It could have been a fluke thing. I've felt great since. I was sitting here that Saturday. I felt fine. I ate some canned chili. I felt fine. I don't know if maybe the chili screwed my stomach up so bad that it caused an issue. I had no idea. But I dozed off in my chair. I got up about 5 minutes after midnight, and I felt like somebody was ripping my guts completely out of me. I toughed it out that night. The next day I thought, man, maybe it's just the chili I ate, you know? And then when I went in, or my daughter and my grandkids came over, and I toughed it out. It kept feeling like my stomach was still getting ripped out. I toughed it out, and I went ahead and went through the night and woke up that Monday morning. We were supposed to start our vacation that day, and as soon as I set up out of bed, we keep our room about between 65 and 68 degrees. We like it nice and cool in there. As soon as I set up on the side of my bed, sweat started pouring off of me like somebody come in and doused me with water. I knew immediately something was wrong. I didn't know if maybe my blood sugar was low. if my blood pressure was low. I didn't know what was going on, and it felt like somebody was fixing to rip my guts completely out. And I called my wife. I said, "Where are you at?" She answered me while she was in the shower. She reached out of the shower to grab her phone, and she said, "Hello?" I said, "I need an ambulance, and I need an ambulance now." I said, "Something's wrong." And she's like, "I'm getting out of the shower. Give me a minute." She knows when I'm asking for help, there's something definitely wrong because I don't ask for help. I'm this tough guy that I get the shit beat out of me. I've got all kinds of things wrong with me. Type scenario, and I would much rather sit here and hurt than go to the doctor. But I knew something was wrong, and I didn't want to end up dying in my bed if something was wrong. And my kids come over, and because I had a kid on the way over here to take care of some things before we were supposed to head out for our vacation, and I was just gonna blow it off at first and just go ahead and go on vacation. And that doctor told me when I got to the hospital, he said, "I'm glad you didn't go ahead and just pass this up." He said, "You got an infection in your stomach so bad, we ain't ruling out it's not your appendix, but had you went ahead and just blew this off and went on vacation, you may not have woke up Tuesday morning." He said, "You may have." He said, "But I'm not guaranteeing it." He said, "I'm going to admit you in the hospital. We're going to run some tests on you." And about 5 minutes later, they finally got the IV in me. And all of a sudden, here come these two nurses. And I'm like, "What's going on?" They're like, "The doctor's ordered a deal for us to put a tube up your nose, and it's going to run through your nose, and it's going to go down to your throat and your stomach, and we're going to pump your stomach out and get that infection out of you." And I'm like, "You're going to do what?" So that's the little short live you got of me that I did. You see that tube up my nose and all that crap. It was in there for a day or so, and then I started feeling better, and they took the tube out, and then they switched me into where I couldn't have nothing to eat or drink, basically, to an all liquid diet where I could have, like, broth and all that shit. And the next day, he said, "Go to a soft diet, like mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, things like that." And I went to a soft diet for one day, and then the very next day, I said, "Let's make the best of this." We went to the casino. I booked a room down at one of the Choctaw locations, and booked a room down there. And for supper that night, I had some mac and cheese and some fried catfish. Rex, what are you doing? You're a goober. I know you're talking to me. Yeah, I know. Hang on a second, guys. Let me show you one of my brats. This is our 11-year-old dog, Rex. He's a red heeler. And over there, I'll zoom in a little bit. There's old Snooky. She takes over his bed at night. And then, let me flip this around and see if he might be behind me. Buddy, where you at? Buddy. There he is. Hang on, I'll show you my little pride and joy. Come here. You guys have seen Snooky. This is my registered service dog, Buddy. He's the same kind of dog as Snooky. Just a different breed, just different parents. I was sitting here doing a live one night, and Gamblers Unknown come in. He said, "Why is there a fox in your lap?" I said, "That's not a fox. I said, "He's a Pomchi. His mom's full-blooded Pomeranian, and his dad's Chiweenie. He's 6. I got him for my birthday 6 years ago. When I got him, he was about 6 weeks old. Now he's 6 years old. Oh, Rex is wanting some lovin's. Look at this. He's sitting here nudging my hand. Anyway, we haven't had Rex the full 11 years. I'm going to put you back down. I would take Buddy to the casinos with me, but because I play in Oklahoma, we had them red screen bells, and I took him to a casino with me one night, and the bells scared him. So when we do go to the casinos, I'll leave him with my wife's dad. He loves my wife's dad, so he's good enough with him that I can leave him with him. Or he stays with one of the kids. No, I'm not moving her out of your bed. I'm not going to do it. She's asleep. You can go over and lay by the turtle tank. Anyway, we haven't had Rex the full 11 years. We got him 2, 3 years, or a little over 2 years ago. My grandfather died, and when my grandfather died, my mom inherited my grandfather's cat, and when she inherited my grandfather's cat had never been around a dog before. So I got Rex from my mother. She's like, "Well, I guess I'm gonna have to send him to the shelter because I'm getting Dad's cat." I said, "You ain't sending him to the shelter. He can come live with me." I mean, at the time he was like 9. I said, "You're not sending a 9-year-old dog. I mean, this dog is like the most gentle giant. My grandkids play with him and they sit on his back." He's trying to catch a fly. Oh yeah, that one of my walkers. We have to set stuff in the chairs and stuff around here, or he climbs up on the furniture and he sheds like a banshee. I'm not getting her out of your bed. I'm not doing it. I'll do it in a minute. Or if she gets up, you can go over and take it. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not going to. Yeah, I know. You want to shake. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you're a very good boy. But anyway, so I took Kim in, and then we got 2 other female dogs. I do make them sleep in crates at night, because I mean, just the simplest car going down the road, them two girls will bark their ass off. If they just hear a cat outside, so they sleep in a crate in my bedroom. And one of them is 4, and the other one is the same age as Buddy. Well, she will be the same age as Buddy in October. I've had both of them since they were babies. All my dogs I've had since they were babies, except the big one. And of course, over here is that dark space over there. You can't see it. We don't light him up at night. That is our turtle. He is 6. When we got him, he was about the size of a 50-cent piece. Now he is about the size of a dinner plate. And over here is my wife's breeder fish tank. She's got guppies and shrimp and mollies and platies and some other fish. And then in my room, I have a 15-gallon tank, and I have what's called Tetra fish. If you guys have ever seen an angelfish, they're just a smaller version of those. And then my wife's dad has a big 30-gallon tank, and he's got a bunch of different fish in his. We were gonna go with a saltwater tank because I really want a blue tang fish and I want a clownfish. So we were gonna do a saltwater tank, but blue tang fish, if you guys don't know what a blue tang fish is, they're the same color as Dory from the movie Finding Nemo, and they're about $365 a piece. And in order to acquire one, you have to have video evidence and proof of your address and all that crap that you have a 90-gallon tank so that you can house them, because they get to be 12 inches. And they're about $365 a piece. And then the clownfish, they're only about 23 bucks. But yeah, for a blue tang fish, you got to have proof that you have a 90-gallon tank. And we don't know how to do the salt water and all that crap anyway, so we just stick with fresh water. Oh, Snooky got up. Now she's wanting Rex to play, and he's like, No, he's playing back a little bit tonight. Let me show y'all. OS hasn't got to see Snooky. That's Snooky. That's my wife's dog. She's the same breed as Buddy. She's got a dress on. She had a bath today. She's blind, OS. She's completely blind in her left eye. In her right eye, she can only see like shadows. Oh yeah. She likes him to play, and I like that he plays back sometimes because it keeps him young, you know. Oh yeah, we got her when she was a baby. How we acquired her was the lady was gonna have her put down because she was blind, and my wife said, "Who the hell you are?" My wife said, "Give her to me. She's got a good home at my house." She said, "We already have a Pomchi. We're not gonna breed them together or anything because of her disability problems. We're gonna have her fixed next month." I don't want the pups coming out having something wrong with them, so we're not gonna. Normally, since her and Buddy are the same breed, I would breed them together, but we're not gonna do that so that she don't, have to go through any of that. But yeah. And then hang on a second, let me take this off the tripod. I want to show you what my turtle tank's fixing to be moved to. Oh, okay. Our turtle's name is, oh shit. Our turtle's name is Peep. Like Peep you get when you buy Easter eggs. Let me flip the big light on for a minute so you can see him. Sometimes he'll come out for me. It's nighttime. Usually he won't come out at night for me. But he loves old dad. I'm not here to feed you, buddy. Anyway, so his name is Peep. Like if you buy the little Peeps for Easter. The marshmallow things. Yeah, when we got him, he was about this big around, OS. Well, my daughter won him in a carnival. We didn't give him 2 weeks. And then, oh, before I do that, they may be behind the trees. Sometimes the fish will come out. There's some of the shrimp flying around, floating around in there. And there's some guppies. Oh, there's one of our mollies. I had some black mollies, but we bought some snails, and we bought the wrong snails. And the snails we bought, we didn't know were pest snails instead of mystery. I don't know what the fuck that was on the floor. Unless they knocked one of my drinks over. But anyway. Oh, hang on a second. I'm fixing to show you the tank that the turtle's moving to. Okay. This is the tank that the turtle's fixing to move to. It's a 55 gallon. And what they did was they customized it to where it was part of a bathtub. We got this thing for free because my wife's been dealing with all my crap. She hasn't had time to like clean it up and mess with it all that much. Oh yeah, yeah. And we got some driftwood for him. All this will be removed and redone, but we haven't had time to mess with it. This thing probably weighs about 300 pounds. Or, I don't know, I might be able to pick it up. She had one of her buddies come over. Yeah, I can't pick it up. Of course, there's the old trusty mobility chair that I ride around in. Here's my walker when I go to my smaller casinos. Buddy, are you comfortable? He said, Dad, are you about done? It's bedtime. What is your issue tonight? You ain't never this like, look at him, he's smiling at me. You ain't never this energetic this late at night. You just lay over there and sleep. Oh yeah, yeah. This is mine and his chair. It's electric, guys. Because I can't use my legs real well. Everything on this thing is electric. It raises and everything by itself. What? You want to talk? Yeah, I know. Oh, I love my little, yeah, but we have to put things up like this on the furniture at night to keep him from getting on it. So at night, what I do is I raise my chair all the way up. And this is another little casino OS if you're ever back in Oklahoma. It's not very far from Durant. It's about 24 miles from Durant. It's called West Bay. It's a Chickasaw property, which Chickasaws, they are the ones that own WinStar. We've been to it one time. I didn't really care for being in there because Pop likes to smoke a little bit of tobacco and his cigars when he plays. And they don't let you smoke in that casino. So we didn't stay there very long, but it was a beautiful place. I'm thinking about starting to go there every now and then, get some play built up so I can get some comped rooms and all that bullshit. I mean, I get comped rooms out the ass of the Choctaw Nation, but... And then tomorrow night, I won't be up very late because Snooky. Shh. Snooky. I won't be up late tomorrow night because I got to be at a lung functioning test Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. And then from there, I got to drive from there to Sherman, Texas, which is just about 15 minutes from Durant. I got a doctor's appointment down there. It's for my autoimmune disease. Normally this late at night we're already in bed and stuff, so she's not used to the lights being on. Snooky, you need to knock it off. Or I'm by this time at night, I'm in my bedroom watching slots on YouTube. Oh, let me show you guys something right quick. Show you guys. Where's it at? Oh, where'd she put it? Okay, guys. You see this plant here? Oh, hang on. Hang on a second. Let me flip you over. This plant here, a little over a month ago, was just about responsible for killing Snooky. It is called a mother-in-law's plant, aka it's also called, they call them a snake plant. Well, this plant somehow or another was sitting down here, and we didn't realize it. It was sitting down there, and we didn't realize that plant was sitting down there, and she had knocked it over somehow or another. And my father-in-law had come in the house, and he seen dirt all over the floor, and he seen her chewing on the leaves. You see the bite marks on the leaves and stuff? He seen her chewing on the leaves, and later that day, I started noticing she was acting weird. And so when I started noticing she was acting weird, I'm like, what's wrong with you? And she was just sitting there just shivering and shaking like somebody picked her up and just shook the life out of her. And she had peed all over herself and started using the bathroom all over herself. Well, come to find out, mother-in-law plants, aka snake plants, are toxic to dogs and cats. We didn't know that plant was toxic like that. Well, my wife did, but my wife didn't know it was down there. My wife thought it was up on the top shelf. So I called my wife. I said, "Are you off work yet?" And she said yes. And I said, "You need to get home. Something's wrong with Snooky. We need to get her out to the vet." And she's like, "Okay." She's like, let me drop one of our kids off, and I'll be there just as soon as I can. And he don't live very far from us, so she got over here, and she's like, "What's wrong with you?" And then I explained to her what her dad had told me, that he had caught her chewing on the leaves, and we seen the dirt all over the floor, and they got her out there, and they took a syringe and put some chalk down her. And then that evening we were just like shooting water down her throat and all that. They're like, "We don't think she ingested any of the leaves." They said, "We think she was just chewing on them." They said, "But we will tell you this, it's a good thing that she is a dog and not a cat." And I said, "What do you mean by that?" And they said, Dogs can survive chewing on a mother-in-law's plant or getting the toxicities off the mother-in-law's plant, but a cat cannot. A cat, if they are to mess with a mother-in-law's plant, it'll kill them immediately. So it's kind of good that I caught it on time. And the vet here is like we're like really good friends with the people that help run it and all that shit. So it only costs us like $25 to have all that done. We didn't know we had something dangerous in here like that, you know. Well, the wife knew, but she thought it was put up. Not to mention the fact, with Snooky being blind, we didn't, and that pot weighs every bit of probably 5 pounds. We didn't think she would be able to knock anything like that over. But anyway, we were sitting there, we were worried about her that night, because, you know, we noticed that she was acting funny, and I told my wife, I said, she's already got so much wrong with her, I think she's going to be okay. And then the next day, it's like nothing even happened to that dog. She was back to her little barking ways, getting into shit, tearing things up, biting cords, just being ornery. He don't want you to play. He's told you to back off a few times. But yeah, I mean, we love our animals, man. We treat our animals like they are our children. This one behind me, wherever he went, where'd you go, boo? No, he's over there by the kitchen. That one I would die for. That one is my AKA best friend. Literally, except going to the casino, I literally can't go out this door and get in my car without that dog screaming like a 2-year-old because I went outside without him. He freaks out when I leave. Amber, Ninny, she had to keep him comforting and busy while I was in the hospital. The hospital told us that we can bring him up there, and you know, because he's got his vest, he's got his papers, and I could have brought him with me, but oh yeah, we're inseparable, man. We've been like that since he was 6 weeks old. When we ride in the car, he rides on the back of my neck. And when we go on car rides, he knows we get to stop by McDonald's and he gets his own McChicken. I don't like McDonald's, but I stop there just for him. So I buy him a McChicken patty and tear it up. And he doesn't drink tap water. He drinks bottled water. The other dogs get tap water, but he gets bottled water. And I don't, on my cups and stuff, anything I use in a cup or anything like that, I have to keep a lid on, or I have to keep a lid on it, or I have to have a cup with a straw because he's addicted to Dr. Pepper. He loves Dr. Pepper. I mean, I know it's not healthy for him, and I don't let him get into it. Oh, and he's addicted to Funyun chips. That's my wife's fault. I don't feed him human food, but so every once in a great while I'll give him like a little bit of, like a piece of a hot dog or something. But my wife, when he was a puppy, had Funyuns, and he was probably 6 or 7, maybe 8 weeks old. And we were at one of her work conventions when she worked for another company, and she broke up a little piece of a Funyun and gave him a Funyun. So now when he sees a bag of Funyuns, he recognizes the color of it, and when he sees my wife with them, he'll start blinking his eyes and start bringing tears to his eyes until she gives him one. And I'm not kidding. He will start blinking his eyes and make it look like he's got tears coming out of his eyes until my wife gives him a Funyun. I'm like, you're not supposed to be giving him that crap. Oh yeah, he knows what he wants. But I don't. Now, this big old thing over here, if it comes to us having like pork chops or something like that, I'll give him a bone. You know, he's used to all that kind of stuff. But I don't let him bite on things like that. Where'd she go? Well, go move her. Go tell her you want your bed. Snooky went back over and stole his bed. I'm probably going to have to put her in the room with my wife. Oh, no, he don't have my little Debbie's. I'm addicted to them strawberry little Debbie shortcake things. I'm addicted to those son of bitches and Twix. But, yeah, I don't give him sweets. He don't get sweets whatsoever. But I appreciate you guys being on so late at night. It is almost 3 o'clock here. I'm going to hop off of here. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to try to satisfy Rex and get that puppy off of his bed so he can go to bed, so he'll leave me the hell alone. But I love you all. I appreciate y'all. And remember, if you're at the casino, you don't win if you don't spin. This is Pop Pops Gaming. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.